Ladies and gentlemen, we're back after 4 or 5 months to rank all transcended characters. There's 86 or 87 of these motherfuckers. We're gonna rank them all in this video. Let's just get right into it. I don't have any time to waste. There's so many of these bad boys, and we're gonna rank them all. The prevailing notion, however, just keep this in mind, the prevailing notion with transcended characters is that they are not as good as tier 3 characters, basically. And you know what? I gotta say that lately, with the way that they've been doing transcended characters, it's kind of true. Unfortunately, it's kind of true. They've just been adding so many characters like Clea, who's just awful, right? Just straight up not a good character, a nothing burger kind of character. And when they do this, it perpetuates this idea that transcended characters are straight up worse than tier 3s, right? And we're being generous here in the video. We've got these categories: busted, right? Oh, in caps, sorry, and bolded, amazing, good, leader support only, and then alliance conquest characters, which means that they're basically only good for alliance conquest, and then not good. Now, actually, to be fair, if I put Elsa here, I have to put Lizard because they have the same lead. So I'm not gonna do that because that's actually insanity. No one's going to transcend these characters anymore for their leadership. Maybe 2 years ago they would have done that when this was like brand new and World Boss Legend was brand new, but not anymore, right? Like Beast exists, and I would say he's good, but I honestly need to put him in leader support only. So yeah, they kind of get shafted here in that. But yeah, there's just a lot of, I don't know, like I think there's a lot of diversity in transcended characters, which I think is really cool, but they also kind of suck. which is kind of crazy. And yeah, it's tough. And the other thing is, a lot of good characters for like transcended characters that were good in PvP, they just can't hang anymore. They just cannot hang anymore, and they've just been pushed out by giga strong tier 3s like Gore and Jean Grey in tier 4, of course. But yeah, I think, I don't know, they need to we'll like organize this later, right? But we're getting them there for the first half of the video. They need to, I don't know, tweak the power level of transcended characters a little bit. I know that transcended characters, the difficulty here is, you know what, you could honestly say she's Alliance Conquest. She's good enough to be Alliance Conquest material. You could say that she has a good leadership. You could say that transcended characters, they have a little bit of a difference because they can pop off right away, whereas tier 3 have to like ramp up. But I don't know, for a lot of these transcended characters, their 1 to 5 just kind of sucks. Like, they don't do that much damage without their transcended skill, right? It's not like it's not bad, but it's also just not that good, you know? And so outside of like ABX and ABL, we don't really like, remember when Supergiant used to compete with like the best tier 3s? It just doesn't happen anymore. You know what I mean? But she does have some value for PvP, to be honest. I think the balancing back then on transcended characters was better than it is now. But yeah, let's see here. Just a lead, nothing more than a lead. Well, lead and support. And Black Bolt is an amazing tier 4, so she honestly deserves to be pretty high up on the list, despite only servicing one character. Because her leadership serves all universals, so let's be fair there to her as well. Wasp, another disappointing transcended character, to be honest. I would say she's just a leader support. Yeah, I would say she has both, but I would say that that's all she is. Kingo, to be honest, not good, or I don't even know if he's good for Alliance Conquest, to be honest. Yeah, so Makari's still good for sure, but there are way better options. Beta Ray build, just a lead, 100%. Gambit. Yeah, see, I don't even know, like, here's the thing, like, you can make, like, at this point, for these types of characters who are just old, right? What are you going to say? So, yeah, is Gambit a lot better? Gambit's a lot better than Rhino, for sure. But then what am I going to do? I'm going to put him up here with Kate Bishop. It's not right. And like Makari, he doesn't keep up with these characters. He does not. It's not even close. So then what am I going to do? I'm going to make another one like not good, and then another one underneath really not good. Like, that sounds stupid, right? Really not good. It just sounds ridiculous. Kraven is a lead support only, sadly. And honestly, his lead support is... I mean, he's like not bad as an alternative in ABX, but that's not good enough, bro. That's just like not good enough. She has healing, so she can do something. She has a leadership for Spider-Verse characters, which I guess is something. It's not very much, though. I think Moonstone's still all right. Morbius is terrible. Yeah, Mysterio, like, these characters are like okay, man. They're just okay. There's so many just okay characters. Alliance Conquest character here with the Reflect Bomb. Alliance Conquest because he has iframe ignore on the artifact. Gamora is good. She's probably gonna go up here. Yeah, it's tough, man. There's so many. Lead support, literally God. Well, no, we put him. I'd put Valkyrie up here. Not only is she basically the best support in the game, but she's also a good. She's also good for ABX still, right? She's still part of that ABX trio. You can use Juggernaut for AC. I think he's good for that still. Same thing goes for Absorbing Man. I'd say they're both decent for AC. Ghost Panther is an amazing support. We got to put him up there. This is a lead support. He's okay. He's like a discount Beta Ray Bill essentially, but like big discount because Beta Ray Bill, Epic Quest, native tier 2, like Beta Ray Bill's giga expensive, right? Wave, obviously one of the best leads and supports in the game. Oh man, I don't even know if I would call Weapon Hex's healing a support. that was so bad when we tested it. Like you'd basically put that up there with Nadia. Nadia's might actually be better if you have like a 5-star version of her artifact. You need the artifact, which is what kind of makes it complicated. Gwenpool's not good anymore. Or sorry, not Gwenpool. Spider-Gwen's not good anymore. But yeah, man, there's just so many bummy transcended characters. It's kind of sad. Red Guardian's not good. Angela's not good. Hank Giant Man Pym is not good, despite me slapping a rage on him. Moon Girl has a 36% lead, which is worth something. It's not worth that much, but it's worth something. I would say that Red Skull is Alliance Conquest only, and he's at the end. I would say same thing goes for Yelena, but they do have iframe ignore. I mean, actually, I don't think he has iframe ignore, but he has like healing and shit, which is not bad. But yeah, Bullseye is not good, dude. Just straight up be honest, he's not good. Amadeus Cho is not good. Oh, Nightcrawler's so bad. I am ranking them in the list, okay? So what I'm hoping is, here's what I'm hoping. For all of you raging against the machine right now, that I'm putting all of your favorite, you know, lost toys in the not good category. Here, let me say this, right? When I say they're not good, there is like a cutoff, right? The cutoff is basically Nightcrawler or Morbius. All of these characters I wouldn't consider them not good. I would consider them okay, but I'm not going to give them their own category called okay. I'm just going to verbally transmit that information to you, and I'm sure that you guys can make a decision and like you can sort of notice the difference, right? Like these characters all got uniforms in the last 2 years, more or less. Whereas when we get to Morbius and Nightcrawler got uniforms, but they were like aesthetic uniforms. They didn't actually do anything. But after Nightcrawler, like no uniform, like base kit. Well, not base kit, but like it's a base kit for, you know, it's a uniform from like 2017. Base kit, 2016 uniform, base kit, 2016 uniform. So you see the pattern, right? These characters got uniforms in the last couple of years, so they're like actually functional. The ones before that era are just absolute dog. Right, just so bad, so bad. Agent Venom, I think, is good enough to be in the good category because he's serviceable in PvP, he's serviceable in PvE, and he has a really good support for symbiotes if you have his artifact, and he has a decent leadership. So I think he just ticks too many boxes to be put in the leader support only. Colossus for sure is lead support only, and honestly, I would say his support is rapidly falling in value. People just don't use him for PvP very much anymore. Drax is absolutely Alliance Conquest only. I don't even know if he's better than these cats. He's probably better than Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh just hits like a paper towel, dude. Do I have 2 America Chavezes? No, that's the newest. Is that the newest Chavez? Chavez is a good, like Chavez is a good support, and she's good for Conquest. I'm gonna put her in Conquest. but she's a good support. You know what? I'd put her up here. She's still decent for PvP. She can pop off. She has a nice counter skill, 40% HP. I would say she's good enough to be there. She kind of deserves to be there. Heimdall is a lead support. He's pretty good though. Let's put him there. Electro is good still. I would put him a little bit ahead of these guys, just as an alternative to Green Goblin, I guess. Still like a second best option. Mr. Sinister's definitely conquest only. I think he might go there. Hulkbuster's definitely lead support only, and he's pretty low on the list because his leadership is mostly for our Iron Man, so it's really just a support, and the support's not bad, but it's better than these guys. So yeah, we'll put it there. Invisible Woman has to be conquest only, and she's probably somewhere around there. Quasar is not good, but Quasar is like still one of the best, you know, like she can still do some burst damage, whatever kind of thing. Bishop is straight up not good, and he's gonna go here at the head of the no uniform club, which is so depressing. Rescue definitely conquest only. Good leadership support though for conquest. Once Upon a Time good for timeline survival, for those of you that want a little tidbit of of trivia on her. Scream, bruh, Scream fell off so hard, it's crazy. I would just put her not good at this point. I would just put her in this category here. You know, she basically came out too soon, too close to like, no wait, she came out after, bro. She came out in the middle of tier 4s being dropped. There's no way for these kinds of characters to compete, you know. You can argue she can be an alternative to Titania, I think, for combat female ABX, but even then I'm not really sure. Sif is, so this is where I'm gonna make the difference between Sif and Valkyrie, right? So Sif's passive is not as good as Valkyrie as a support. She has a leadership, but it's only for combat types. And then as far as damage goes, they're similar, but I still think Valkyrie has a little bit better damage than Sif. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna make that differentiation. It might seem like it's petty, but I think it makes sense given the circumstances. Betsy at this point is, I don't even know if she's Alliance Conquest or she's not good. I'll just put her in Alliance Conquest, but I honestly think she could join some of these cats down here. At this point, unfortunately, Silk is just not good. There's just like better options out there. Echo's an amazing lead support, so she definitely deserves to be here. I think, wait, Ghost Panther's way better than Beast. That was a mistake. Take it easy. That was a mistake. Riri Williams, god tier leadership support though. I gotta put her up here. Amazing lead for blast types, and then crazy support passive. Angel, probably conquest only, although I haven't seen much of him there, but that's just kind of what I'm guessing. I am guessing a little bit here because I don't play conquest, but yeah, there's not a lot of places for these people to go. Mystique is 100% a support only, but she's definitely better than these clowns, so she goes over there. This list is shaping up. We're gonna have to re-rank the ones at the top there, but we'll get to that at the end. We obviously know that they're the best by far. Sunbird is lead support only, and he's only relevant for the Warriors of the Sky. Very good for them, but straight up irrelevant for everyone else, so he can't really be up high on the list. Robbie Arachnite. Should I say he's good? He's okay. I'm blocking him. He's like okay. He's really on the cusp of being not good. Nova, I would say, is not good. He's somewhere around here with Mysterio. Like they're not bad, but they're also just not good. War Tiger, like let's just be honest, he's not good. Human Torch at this point, I would say he's also not good. I know I made a video on him recently, but like in the grand scheme of things, comparing to all these other characters, I wouldn't say he's that good. Toxin is very good for Conquest from what I remember, so we should put him near the top of Conquest. And then Robbie Reyes, I think, is also going to go in the not good. Yeah, I mean, would you say he's good? He all his value was Squad Battle, and Squad Battle got axed like 6 months ago. He does have a support passive on his artifact though. Yeah, okay. With the support passive on his artifact, I'd put him more as a support. So that's how it boils down. And you can see it's a very narrow pyramid, right? There are very few transcended characters at the top. As far as being at the top goes, it's going to be tough. Dr. Octopus, unfortunately, is just straight up a better version of Moon Knight, because he's tankier and he does more damage, and they're both really easy to play. But none of them have PvP value, whereas Blue Dragon has crazy PvP value still, and Shadow Shell doesn't have very much PvP value, but still has more, right? And she has the invisibility. It's tough. It's tough. I would say if you're a PvE focused player, it probably ranks like this, or maybe like this, right? I'll give you two different rankings. I'd rank it like this if you're a PvE focused player. If you're a PvP focused player, I would rank it like this. Okay, if that makes sense. But Moon Knight's always fourth here, and then the rest of it just depends on how you're ranking it. But yeah, I would say, I mean, you could even argue that. Yeah, okay. Let's leave it there. I think that's not bad. But this is obviously PvE focused, right? This is obviously PvE focused. But yeah, that's the list. And honestly, you could honestly make an argument that it's actually like this, because there's such a massive gap. There's such a between Titania and Moon Knight, there is a gigantic gap, bro. A gigantic gap. I know some people want to see this, but especially given her cost at this point, I don't think it's really fair to do that. Some people would want to see even that. I think this is probably where a lot of the people who want to be more like safe and conservative would set up the rankings like this, but I prefer to be an edgelord and you know, be a bit controversial. So I will go like this. If it's not like this now and I'm wrong, it'll be like this in a couple months anyways. So I'd rather be ahead of the curve. Anyways, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this Giga list. We did it, boys. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.